Hello, Serendipitous here with another video for the board game shelf, and here I'm going to show you the two versions of Werewolf or Mafia. Well, actually, three versions of Werewolf or Mafia that we have. So when I was in college, there was a period of about probably a couple months, or maybe just at least a few weeks, where I and a few of my friends in college were obsessed with Mafia or Werewolf, whatever you call it. Basically, the group game where the game where you have like a bunch of people, maybe like 10, like maybe like 6 to 10 or 12 people sitting around in a circle, and you assign roles to each of them, and if you explain what each of the roles are, and some of them are the bad guys, which could be mafia or werewolves or whatever, and there are other like, and then everyone else is a villager and with a few other roles sprinkled in there. And so there's always like some sort of game master or narrator that's like, okay, so there's a new day. Everyone close your eyes, and then they say, okay, now mafia or werewolves, open your eyes, choose somebody to attack or kill or like eliminate essentially. And they would silently choose somebody, and then they close your eyes. This is all done like quietly, and then the narrator would say, okay, so and so with this role, open your eyes, point to whoever you want to protect, or so and so open your eyes, and then okay, cool, now the next person, so and so, open your eyes. Point to the person you want to know if they are a bad guy or not. And, they would basically, you keep going like this, and then the next day it is revealed who has been eliminated by the bad guys, mafia or werewolves, and then everyone has to sort of like debate and deliberate, like, I think they're a werewolf and they, so we need to like eliminate them, essentially. So the villagers win if all of the mafia or the werewolves are gone, and the werewolves or the mafia win if all the villagers or non-werewolves or mafia win. It's basically it's Among Us, but in person and without the tasks, essentially. And I have three versions here, and before we get to this one, which is probably like my favorite one, like with just how it is constructed and everything, but I actually created two of my own versions of. I'm gonna say Mafia from now on. When I say Mafia, it's just interchangeable with Werewolf, whichever one you call it, right? So I made two versions of my own because I was just like so inspired and interested in like playing it. And just playing the game over and over. And I also, at the time, loved Harry Potter and I loved Marvel. And so I created these out of old library catalog cards because I had I used to work, I had an opportunity to get a bunch of these library catalog cards. But essentially, at first I had a mechanic where everyone was like a different house and whatever. But then I think I kind of scrapped it. I think it didn't get used very much because it was sort of an extra thing that didn't get used all that much. But what was really important was that there were Dumbledore's army, and then there were Death Eaters, and then there's also Voldemort in the middle of all of that, right? I also added Dumbledore's army Squib. Your ability always has a 50% chance of success. If you're Madame Pomfrey, this has no effect. I also had a Squib as well. Two Squibs in Dumbledore's army. Was Dumbledore also a... Yeah, okay. And so basically what I did was, with both of these versions, I basically took like roles from like Mafia roles that I liked, Mafia game roles that I liked, and I kind of assigned them to characters that made sense. Or sometimes I made them up. And I did the art on there, and I'm not much of an artist, but I am proud of the simple art style that I chose for this, right? Sometimes less is more. Anyway, so I have Minerva McGonagall here. Transfiguration. Each night you may choose two players to switch. All actions directed to one of the switch players actually affects the other instead, and vice versa. Draco Malfoy. I gave him a Dungeon Keeper and Scapegoat ability. You've been given the keys to the dungeons. Each night you may choose a player to keep in the dungeons for a night and a day. That player is immune from death all night and from being... So the term was being lynched, like being like eliminated, like, being hanged for suspicion of being a bad guy or whatever. And then also, in the event of a tie in the lynch vote, you are blamed and lynched. So, all right. Harry Potter, when you die, so does Voldemort. And again, someone, like in one of these roles, one of these is actually Voldemort himself. So, and also, these are differentiated by loyalty and character. So, yeah. And then I also had Sorting Hat. Madam Poppy Pomfrey, healer. Each night you may choose a player and attempt to bring them back to life. This ability has a 50% chance of success, hence why the squib thing doesn't affect her because she kind of already has it. Ron Weasley, each night you may choose to leave or return to Hogwarts. While you are gone, rules apply as if you are dead, can't speak, can't be killed or lynched. When you use this ability, your character, but not your loyalty, is revealed, and also is a lover with Hermione Granger. Lover basically means that if one of them dies, the other one does. So technically, Harry Potter and Voldemort are like they had that lovers connection, but obviously because they're connected rivals, right? So yeah, this was based on the whole Deluminator thing that Ron Weasley had. Cedric Diggory. I made this back. I made this. I made these cards back in like 20. What was it? Probably like 2014, 2015, 2016, whatever. I don't know. Terrorist. When you die, choose another player to die as well. Severus Snape, traitor, must be with Dumbledore's army. So no matter what the loyalty is, he has to be there. But anyway, you are detected as and act with the Death Eaters. You wake up with and work with them. But you win with Dumbledore's army. Also, each night you may choose to cancel another player's action with potions, is the idea. Hermione Granger, detective. Every night choose a player to detect their loyalty so she can find out if someone's, Death Eater or Dumbledore's army or something, and lover with Ron Weasley. Luna Lovegood, I gave her the Witch ability, spell experimentation. You have 2 experimental spells that can only be used at night, a protecting spell and a killing spell. They may each be used once per game. And then Albus Dumbledore, Guardian Angel, each night you may choose a player to protect from harm. That is all of the Harry Potter stuff. But I'm especially proud of the Avengers stuff that I created. I think I enjoyed this a little bit more, partially because of like drawing the symbols and stuff was cool and all that. But yeah, so once again, I just drew a big black A on these for Avengers. So character and affiliation, right? So in this case, we have S.H.I.E.L.D. and Hydra. We also do have Thanos here, detected as S.H.I.E.L.D. At the end of the game, if Thor and Vision have both died, flip a coin. Heads, 2 Infinity Stones retrieved. Tails, Infinity Stones lost. Heads means you win the game. So there you go. There's that. So even though he's detected as S.H.I.E.L.D., even though he's technically works with S.H.I.E.L.D., he's trying to get Thor and Vision eliminated. And then was there anything else in here? Oh yeah, Loki, detected as Hydra. Although you are detected as Hydra due to suspicion, you win with S.H.I.E.L.D. or with Thanos. So yeah. And obviously these are inspired by the Marvel Cinematic Universe. Okay, Black Widow, paranoid. You may visit someone every night. If you visit a member of Hydra or a victim of death, you die. Also a lover with Hulk. Vision. Every night you may choose a player to detect who they acted on. The narrator will only indicate who the chosen player acted on, but not what the action was. Also, if Thor dies, Vision gains the Necromancer ability as well. Captain America, Guardian Angel. You may choose one. You may choose to protect someone from death every night, but it can't be the same person twice in a row. Nick Fury, you fake your first death, so you are brought back to life once. Subsequent death occurs normally, and only the Necromancer ability can bring you back at that point. Scarlet Witch, the Witch, every night you have the option of casting 1 protect spell or 1 death spell on another player. Each spell is usable once per game. Iron Man is the detective. You may use your technological resources to detect one person's affiliation every night. Hawkeye, terrorist, when you die, choose another player to die with you. Hulk can't be killed at night, but can be lynched or banished or exiled, whatever. Lover with Black Widow. Ultron, every night you may choose any player and cancel their action for the night. Thor, Necromancer, you may bring back someone from the dead every night. I think I gave him that because Thor's lightning was the one that brought Vision, like gave sentience to Vision or something like that. But yeah, I was pretty happy with all of these, and I have these, and yeah, it was a fun little college project, and when I played these with college friends, they enjoyed it as well. So lots of fun there. So what is this thing? So I got this at a games convention a number of years ago. This is basically, so this is still like Werewolf, but everything, it's these heavy duty coins. Each of these coins has a roll on it. You can kind of see like there's a face and there's like so yeah, Werewolf Coins. This one says moderator. This one says Alpha Wolf. This one says Mason. Let's see, yeah, Werewolf, Zombie, Werewolf. Is there another like kind of different one here? Yep. Witch, all kinds of things. A lot of different kinds of things. Tough guy and everything. And then I have this piece of paper here that, well, yeah, one of them is like a tracking sheet, and the other one is basically a description of each of the different each of the different roles, essentially. Um, yeah, I have not used this at all yet, but yeah, so it looks like we have werewolf, male villagers, female villagers, masons, moderator, alpha wolf, lone wolf, little girl, seer, wizard, hunter, witch, Chupacabra, Dracula, Vigilante, Tough Guy, Doctor, Cupid, Minion, Bodyguard, Insomniac, The Thing, Doppelganger, Ghost, Village Drunk, House Rule, Zombie, Tanner, Priest, Wolf Cub, and Spellcaster. And then a bunch of other rules and things like that to kind of explain how to play the game. I haven't looked at what all of the various roles mean exactly. Like I know kind of what some of them mean because a lot of them are classics. But you can basically sort of mix and match. You basically choose what roles you want to have in the game. You put them in this bag, and everyone draws coins in the bag. Also, these are really hefty metal coins. So I just thought it was cool. Yeah, have not played a game of Werewolf with these yet. I probably won't have much occasion to because you need a lot of people to play Werewolf, and there's so many coins here that you kind of need to play it a number of times to, play with all of the different roles here. But yeah, if nothing else, it also works as it could be in dungeons in a tabletop role playing game. It could be a prop for coins in a fantasy setting or whatever. It's just I know that there are lots of other fantasy coin props and things like that, but this would be my version of that, where I just have some metal coins. I'm here, you get as used as a prop somehow in some tabletop role playing game session. So yeah, there you go. I have not played Mafia or Werewolf in a number of years because again, I'm not in college anymore. I don't have as much occasion to, but it's cool to have these. Lots of memories with this and with these right here, and then this is just kind of a cool little product that I have, Werewolf Coins. So anyway, thank you very much for watching. Hope you enjoyed, and until next time, all the best.